Hi buddies, I'm Daffy and I hope you're doing exceptionally well and feel comfy. I'm a bit nervous because it's my first ever video on this channel. Actually, I'm already a French Sims content creator on YouTube, but I want here to be something very different from what I'm used to. Indeed, if I wanted to create this channel, firstly, it's because I do love English language, but I don't really have the occasion to practice, so I hope I won't make too much mistakes, and if so, don't hesitate to correct what I say. I admit I have a tiny joker here because this text is written. I was too stressed about this first video, so I preferred writing and being sure of what I'm about to say than beginning this new adventure with hesitation in my voice or in my sentences. Anyway, as I said, I want here to be something very unusual for me. For example, I'm used to play with a vanilla game, that is to say with no mods or CC at all. Well, almost. But here I'm going to play for the first time with mods, CCs and a totally different game. By the way, if you have any mods and CC recommendation, let me know in the comments because this universe is very new to me. I also want to do some tutorials, but like basic tutorials on, for example, how to install mods, how to use the post player, how to change the language of your game without having to reinstall it completely. Also doing some legacies no one talks about, like the first we're going to do here, which is the Family Jewel legacy. I don't know if anyone already did it on YouTube, but I've never heard of it. So this sim is Ivory Sparkle. This is the very first heir of the future Let's Play on the Family Jewel legacy. And basically it's a legacy based on different types of gem. And here come the rules. Firstly, we're going to see the general rules. A generation is considered complete when you have completed the Sims aspiration and the heir for the next generation is a young adult. Each generation has possible traits listed. You must choose traits from this list, at least one negative trait, whatever that means to you, but obviously you don't need to select them all. In my case, I downloaded a mod to have more than 3 traits in the cast, and with the UI cheats mod I'm going to cheat a bit to have every trait on the list. I admit I want a bit of challenge. Each generation has multiple careers listed. You must choose a career from one of the listed careers and you may jump careers if you wish, but you do not need to complete all 3 careers. The category of aspiration is listed rather than a specific one. You can pick an aspiration from this category to complete, but you must complete at least one before you move to the next generation. You must also stay within the category if you decide to switch aspirations. For example, a sim that completes a family aspiration cannot switch to a popularity or athletic aspiration. Extra goals are just for fun and to give you bonus ideas for storytelling. Many of them are associated with expansion packs or game packs, so if you don't own the expansion or game packs in question, you don't need to do it. Each gem is a different color, but you don't necessarily need to associate that color with your generation. It's just an optional fun thing, but I'm going to do it anyway. Optionally, you can also collect the gem of your current generation and have it displayed in your Sims home, and every gem listed is collectible in base game. So as I said, Ivory Sparkle is the first generation. Indeed, this first generation is about Alabaster. I thought that Alabaster was kind of the same color of Ivory, so I decided to name my sim Ivory, and I choose Sparkle as a family name because it's supposed to be a jewel family, and to me, Jewel Sparkle. And for this generation, the heir is supposed to be good, family-oriented, cheerful, childish, lazy, and goofball. About career, Ivory is supposed to be either in education or doctor or in the culinary career, and a family aspiration is required. About the history about Alabaster generation, Alabaster crystals are a form of selenite, it begins. I already don't know how to pronounce something. Anyway, selenite gemstone, often used spiritually to purify and cleanse. It has been used to symbolize transparency and purity. It is also considered the protective stone for children and those innocent at heart. When meditating with Alabaster, the wearer expands their ability to forgive others and themselves. Alabaster inspires positivity in the home. As the founder of your legacy, this sim is supposed to be optimistic, innocent, and open-hearted. They are dedicated to their family and love each member with all their heart, no matter how big their family gets. For the extra goals, we have to have at least 3 children. The first must be adopted and the others may be conceived or adopted. And it's very cool because I understand the importance of genetics while playing The Sims 4, but I really do like this possibility to adopt a child, and I think we don't use this option that much, so it will be so cool to start a legacy with an adopted children. It will change a lot. Then we have to master the parenting skill. It's a skill which comes with the Parenthood game pack. And finally, we have to maintain at least a good friend relationship with all of your children until your heir becomes a young adult. Basically, no drama before the kids are grown. So I hope you like Ivory, or at least what she looks like, and you're impatient for the first episode to come. I hope too you're a bit curious about the content I'm going to produce here, and if so, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, maybe leaving a thumbs up and following me on Instagram. Thank you very much for listening to me, and see you later.